Hi, glad you're here. Thanks for watching these videos. Hope all is going well with you. Each day here starts pretty much the same. Heating up hot water for our daily needs. We use filtered water here in the canning pot and the tea kettle, and the whistle lets us know that it's ready. These are the two pots that we use to heat up rainwater. Here is our sink setup with the hot barrel of rainwater above, and here comes In this quick video you can see Grace is looking at the guinea fowl who are now free-ranging. The yellow bowl there is for their water. Here I am spraying Dawn dish soap and water on this here comfrey that has a hole in the leaf there. And here is that same comfrey a couple of days later, and you can see that it's responded quite well. In this video we've brought the guineas into the garden and are hoping that they'll eat some of the pests that are in there. Here you can see that I've soaked a variety of seeds. These seeds are pumpkin, watermelon, and regular melon. These seeds here are a variety of beans, and because beans bring nitrogen to the soil, they take it from the air, I've kind of planted those here and there and everywhere, so who knows where they'll pop up. In this container I have a variety of flower seeds. In this container there is corn, cucumbers, and zucchini. And the corn is baby corn, which is only supposed to take 35 to 45 days to mature, so we'll see. Here's a Nasturtium looking down the garden row there. As I'm editing this video, I imagine that the problem with the Nasturtium is the pH of the soil. A neutral soil is a pH 7 on the scale, and nasturtiums want 6.8 to 7.1 pH, which is pretty close to neutral. And there's a sunflower. This here is the turmeric plant, which is a spice, an orange spice if you're unfamiliar with it. Up there was the birds. And here you can see it's quite a showy plant with those big leaves. This here I thought was Swiss chard, but again, it's looking like 3 tomato plants. This is an eggplant or a pepper. Here we are creating some raised bed gardens using some produce boxes. The bottom half is primarily compost and not necessarily sifted. And then as we get closer to the top, we add some wonderful soil and prepare for plants. The half-gallon jugs on the side, they're cut out of a water bottle. Cut down a tree and brought in some light, so it's quite nice. We have quite a few of these milk jugs filled with some nice soil ready for seeds. And over here, these ones here aren't quite ready because I want to burn the holes in the bottom of them a little bit more. They're pretty good. This here's comfrey, tomato, this is summer savory. We decided to put in a raised bed garden because I enjoy gardening in pots. Close to my workspace, it helps me to be able to tend them more carefully. This plant is a milk thistle and is believed to be a good substitute for spinach. And there is some lettuce. And another marigold. Here's the soil. The soil that I start plants out on is a combination of many things. There is dirt that's right off the forest floor, compost, worm castings, rabbit manure, perlite, azomite, and coconut coir. Quick garden tour. There's the strawberries. And there's still some lettuce in there that looks pretty weak, but the reason I leave it there is because it helps the ground stay moist. Although right now that's not an issue. Here is the tomato. It's giving us the first tomato on it. Where is it? Let's see. Oh, there it is. So that's kind of exciting. These are tall. Marigolds are getting ready to flower. you see that the strawberries are branching out, which is real nice, so next year we'll have a nice crop. Walking down, there's the sunflowers, I believe. There's still a few things in here that are probably weeds that I haven't identified yet. Turmeric. Another turmeric. Either a Brussels sprout or a broccoli. Look closely by the rhubarb and you can see another tomato plant popping up. There's another area that I haven't identified all the little plants, whether they're weeds. So I haven't pulled them. This is supposed to be a pepper, but it's looking more like a tomato. There's some parsley coming along. Parsley's kind of weak, but hopefully it'll take it off. Some little plants, I'm not sure what they are. Some more what I thought were peppers that look like tomatoes. Quite a few of those. Tied up. So there's another one that I thought was a pepper. It looks like a tomato. There's 3 there. That one too. Not quite sure what happened there. There's the celery. So tiny. Hope it grows. But these other plants that are somewhat weak, they're right on the fence line and a pretty steep hill. So I think that the nourishment is hard to keep on the plant. Potatoes. Tied them up. And check out this marigold. Finally getting a bloom. So, hopefully next video I'll be able to show the marigold flower. And see that there's 3 of them here, which I showed in another video. This here's a nasturtium, and what we have found is that nasturtiums seem to do much better in pots. This is one of the better ones, but you see there's a lot of yellow leaves, and the leaves themselves are not a dark green, which they can be. I'm sure the stick isn't helping much, but that's not really the problem. They're all kind of weak. This is a borage. There's a beautiful borage down by the tomatoes in the front. This one here doesn't look too happy. Looks like another tomato. Tomatoes everywhere. I sprayed the blueberries. Trimmed them back way back. They've been eaten really badly. It looks like it's getting better. Like soap and water is really quite a helpful thing. So, not great. In this clip here, you can see that we're experimenting with the rabbits in hopes that they will dig for us. And up above there, all comfortable, is rosemary. With winter coming, we decided to try today a tree-a-day approach to getting firewood ready. So, this tree today, there's some logs that we cut, the size of the fireplace. Currently, we are still working with the pole pruner, so these bigger logs we'll need to get a bigger chainsaw for. But it's good to get them fallen and beginning the drying process. I found an app on the phone called PlantNet, and it helps me to identify plants. And this plant here is a mountain aster, which is actually a beautiful wildflower. And that about wraps up this video. I want to thank all the people that have watched the videos. Some of you have commented and liked and subscribed, and I appreciate that. Have a wonderful day. See you next time.